Alrighty, so that was a match in the Challenger. They just recently upgraded this thing, I guess 2 patches ago maybe. They gave it a gun that's actually really good. Still has absolutely no armor. It's got decent speed though. Um, the funny thing is on this, if you've ever looked at it, if you've ever had this researched, if you look at the turret armor, the back plate, this back here, is 200 millimeters thick. I wonder when they built this tank if they did it back asswards. So you get 900 hit points. Typical tank destroyer tier 7, so you got to be careful because you can get whittled through 900 hit points pretty quick. If you get hit with like a KV2, yeah, you basically one shot and you're dead. But your hull armor in the front is 88 and your turret is 50. On the side you got 50 on the hull and 40 on the turret. And in the rear you got 38 on the hull and 200 on the turret. When they upgraded this, they gave it this lovely gun. And it's a 32 pounder, 220 standard penetration, 252 for your premium, 47 for your HE. And this is where they also bumped it up with your average damage is 280 for your standard and premium, 370 for your HE. Average damage per minute is 2154, dispersion is 0.35, and your aim time is 2 seconds. Now, I've got an okay crew in this, so it'll bump the crew skills down, or crew stuff up a little bit better. So I also went with gun lane drive, gun rammer, and the binocular telescopes. But in this match, being that I was top tier, I felt I would be better off used if I actually went out and kind of led the charge, and it actually did work out well for us. With the crew that I have, our reload is only 6.73 seconds. The gun traverse is slow at 18.77, and the hull traverse is okay at 31.29. Your angle is only 1660. This does not spin all the way around. 60 degrees to the left, 60 degrees to the right. So yeah, it's kind of, if I remember right, it's like over right about in here somewhere. So yeah, the problem you can really run into real quick is if somebody gets on your rear, stays behind you, knocks your track off, you're in deep trouble because you can't spin your turret all the way around. Gun depression is awesome at -10 and +20. Aim time is awesome at 1.74. And I've got my dispersion down to 0.34, and my average damage per minute is 2496. Again, you only get 900 hit points, so you got to really watch that. Specific power weight's really good. Well, pretty good at 19.12. Engine power 650 horsepower. Top speed is 52 on forward, 20 in reverse. And your concealment is 17.38. Pretty good for the size of it. I mean, it's not huge, but it's not, tiny either. So it's I'd say, it's more of a medium-sized tank, size. If you get a, heavy tank or something, or one of these little guys that, kind of shrinks those into comparison, but view range is 463, and that's because of the binocular telescopes, and our signal range is 730. Yeah, so not bad. It's a lot better now that they did the big upgrade on it. So, but if you want to hold on for a minute, I will have some gameplay for you and some post-game stats. So I will be right back. Alrighty, so here we are in a match in the Challenger on Highway. I haven't run this in quite a while. They upgraded it a while back. They gave it a really nice gun. Does a lot more damage per shot. They did an all-around buff on it, except for the armor stayed pretty much the same, which the armor on this is pretty much a joke. The only thing you've got good armor on is actually the back of the turret right here, which is 200 millimeters thick. But they can still pen this little like hat that goes around the top of the turret. So basically what I was going to do is, being that I was in a tank destroyer and I was top tier, a lot of people would have just sat back here somewhere in the bushes and just sniped, but due to the fact that I was top tier, with the amount of damage that this gun does per shot, unfortunately, I don't have a lot of hit points, but I did have some backup coming with me, so I felt pretty confident that if I got up here, if I played my cards right, I would be able to hopefully do a pretty good amount of damage. The mistake a lot of people make is they figure, oh, I'm in a tank destroyer, I'm top tier, but I'm going to sit back here in a bush and wait till the game's almost over and then we lose because I didn't do anything to really help my team. But you also have to watch it in the other hand because you don't want to overextend yourself with a tank destroyer that's only got, 900 hit points with absolutely no armor and get up here and get hit by a, tank destroyer or one of these tank destroyers that do 400 or 500 damage and basically 2 shots you're dead. Or, you just get yourself in a situation where you don't have enough cover and next thing you know, you're just getting your butt smoked. So I'm just kind of moving up here very cautiously because I didn't want to pop out and have an enemy sitting right in front of me. I kind of figured one or two would be coming up this way. So we get a shot off. I do not have Sixth Sense on this, so I just imagined I was probably spotted, tried to side scrape. And I'm pretty sure that shot went into him right there. Side scraping with this is kind of, in a way, dumb actually, because it's such weak armor on the sides. It would still probably, whatever hits you, still probably go through you. But, I figure if you don't do it, you'll never know. I'd rather side scrape and have it bounce and go, oh, cool, it bounced, than not side scrape and have it go right through my front anyways. The problem you really got to watch out here is if they have artillery, which they've got 3 of them. If you're spotted, they've got a nice clean shot right down here, and they can really hurt you pretty quick. This KV2 was kind of playing bulldozer. He was knocking a lot of stuff out of the way. I'm just kind of watching my mini-map, watching these guys come in. I was watching for anybody to come in this little area here and get over to where I could shoot the wall out and hopefully get some shots into them there. The LTG, he come up in here, he thought he was pretty safe right there, and I was able to pop one underneath the tracks there. You always got to be careful when you're on a railroad tracks because you can get shot from underneath it like I just did him. That Type 58, I think he thought he was going to be sneaky and get a shot into me. We were able to take him out and finish him off. I'm watching the KV2, and I don't want him to overextend himself and get himself up there in a bad spot because they still got 2 or 3 tanks in this area. But he just takes out the M4 in one shot. So I think I pop out here, look to the right, and you really got to start turning the gun way before you pop out with this. But, there's shot into the rear of the LTG. I think I knocked his engine out in that shot. But you can see the turret traverse on this is god-awful slow. So when you come up to a corner, you really want to have already turning your turret. Because one, you don't have, it only has 60 degrees of turret rotation both ways. And I think I turn it as far as it'll go up here in a minute. So I will pause it because I go to shoot at a tank destroyer that's in front of me here in a minute. And then there's one on the left I get a shot in on too. So you can see right there, he just hit me for 300. I'm already down to 600 hit points. So this is where I turn my turret as far to the left as I can, and I got to start swinging the butt of the tank out to the right to get it to be able to shoot that Jagdpanzer 4 there. But watch this. That's as far as, you see, I had to actually turn the tank completely. That's as far as it turns right there. That's 60 degrees to the left, and 60 degrees would obviously be to the right, kind of facing over this way. So that is one real downfall of this tank destroyer, is that the 60 degrees really, I mean, it'd be nice if it completely spun around, but the leaf blower hit me for 175, so you can see the leaf blower doesn't hit for anything. I mean, it really doesn't hit for much of anything, but due to the fact that this has really piss poor, pitiful armor, he was able to really knock the snot out of me with that one shot. So I'm down to 425 hit points. Do you see what I'm saying by you really got to watch it with this, because you can find yourself on the receiving end of a quick death if you get hit just a couple times. If that SU-100Y would have hit me, I'd have definitely been dead. But we're whittling them down slowly but surely. They've got 2 artillery and 2 tank destroyers. So 273 on that GW Panther. I think I finished him off. Yeah, we get him. And the SU-100Y, he was the one that I was really worried about because he's got just a hella gun. Yeah, that thing hits you. It'll do I think it's 550, 560 average damage per hit, depending on which round he uses. So basically, I just wanted to squeak over here. I could have shot him through that window. No, I guess not. Just wanted to pop in here, and he got taken out. And this M10 gets a shot on me. I was like, how in the hell? Oh, that was the leaf. No, yeah, that was a leaf blower that hit me. He shot, that's what it was. I thought it was that tank destroyer, but the artillery shot right over into me. Yeah, you can see we're getting beat up pretty bad. We're down to 265 hit points. Like I said, when you play this, if you're top tier, you can kind of get away with some stuff like this. But if you're mid to bottom tier, see, like right there, why was I not able to? That's why there was a dead tank destroyer in front of him. I was wondering why I couldn't get him to light up, because at this angle I was trying to point at him and I can't get him to light up because there's a dead tank in front of him. But as you can see, if I go out here and aim over the dead tank, I can light him up. So that's why I couldn't get a shot on him. I thought there was something there. Oh yeah, now I see the little mark right there, the tank destroyer mark. Yeah, he got knocked out anyways, so I got the assisted damage on it, so that's just about as good, if not even better. So, but yeah, so anyways, if you want to hold on for a minute, I'll have some post-game stats for you, so hold on, and I will be right back. Alrighty, so we had a really good match there. It was a Master Badge Class 1, Sharpshooter, Fire for Effect, Bruiser. We got 2 bonds, we got a Top Gun, and a High Caliber. The AC 46 there, we had him twice for 43, knocked him out, knocked out his commander, and he got hit for 96 upon his spotting. LTG, we spotted him, and he got hit for 108. We hit him 2 times for 546, and we knocked out his engine. The artillery there, we hit him 2 times, finished him off for 360, and knocked out his track. Type 58, we hit him 3 times for a total of 750, finished him off, and knocked out his loader. Jagdpanzer 4, we hit him 1 time for 280, finished him off. SU-100Y, we hit him once for 303, and he got hit for 58 upon us spotting him. The M10, there was 2 of them. We took both of them out. The first one we hit for 16, finished him off, and the second one we hit for 254, finished him off, and knocked out his engine and his track. And the artillery at the end there, couldn't quite get a shot off at him. It was really weird. I don't know if he was sitting in front of something, but I couldn't get an aim in on him. So I ended up spotting him originally, and then he got hit for his 260 his health and got knocked out. We did the most damage at 2,992, got 6 kills and a base experience of 1177. The 1, 2, 3, 4. The top 4 of us did 3, 4, 5, 6,000 damage between us, and the whole team on the enemy side there didn't do even 6,000 between all of them. We had 14 shots, 14 hit, 13 pens, so only bounced 1 shot. 2992 total damage from a distance of more than 300 meters, 917. We got hit 3 times. It says 1 pen. Mainly we got hit with artillery for splash or with HE shells. We spotted 1 damaged 8, destroyed 6. Damage with our assistance was 522. We shot all standard rounds, and when all was said and done, we ended up making 10,926 credits. I used like a repair kit, and I think maybe a first aid kit, so that's why we lost, would have been like around 40,000. Let me see. Consumables, 20,000, so I used one or the other. Ammo wasn't too bad, 9,240, and to repair the vehicle, 5,028. So yeah, it was a pretty good match. This thing is quite the beast now that they have given it a nice buff a little while back. It's a a lot more fun to play when you hit an enemy target and actually make them go, ouch, versus before when you hit an enemy tank, you're lucky if you penned it, and if you did, they were like, ha ha ha, that was funny, because I think it was like, it was real, like 150, I think it was 150 damage per hit, if that, maybe 180. But, yeah, so anyways, I hope you enjoyed this match. If you did, please click the like button down below and subscribe to the channel. You guys take it easy, be safe, and I will see you on the battlefield.